intelligence in the UK, certainly with the next election, because I think Corbyn's going to try and I think he's going to try and appeal to young people who feel very upset about the result of the referendum. Although I don't think he can turn it around anyway.
What, he wants
Can
to
he?
stop the referendum?
Well, no, I think he's going to try and appeal to younger voters. Repeal Article 50. I do remember. I remember seeing something. One of the EU officials saying something about welcoming the UK back. But I get the feeling if you do that, Corbyn's going to be bent over a desk and pegged. That's what's going to happen. Here's the deal: you get no vetoes, no powers, but Corbyn, you will get anally obliterated. I get the feeling that's what would happen.
Obliterated.
I thought I put it lightly. I'm sure I could think of far more adventurous ways of putting it.
You get ass raped by Theresa May.
Do you think that's what's going to happen?
Well, Theresa May is like pushing for leave, isn't she? Well,
she's enacted Article 50.
Wait,
I mean, she called for the election. I did not expect that, by the way. I actually saw that on Spinosaurus Kin's Twitter, which surprised me. I did not expect him to point that out.
Spinosaurus Kin? Is that?
Well, yes, since his Twitter feed has mostly been filled with horse shit drama that he's been involved in.
Oh, is that the guy who did the Sargon thing?
He's one of the original B-listers.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
He goes way back.
Yeah, very far back. Like one of the first people I knew on YouTube.
Oh.
Before he took the insane pill. But we're not getting into that. Do you think Conservatives will win the election then, Miss Steen?
Fuck, I don't know.
You don't care, do you?
I don't think it's a chance.
I mean, I don't really care what happens in my country anymore.
Oh, well. Patriot.
Well, our country is so fucking corrupt already. It's like, fuck it.
That's just London. That's only London. I promise. We can cut it off. I promise.
I don't know. Like I lost all faith in England now. So
well, you've got Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. You can have faith in those instead.
Well, Scotland maybe. Wales, they're pretty. Who wants to live in Wales?
Yeah, why do they even have a government?
Yeah.
Well, I do like rain, but I don't like fucking sheep. So, no, thank you.
Is it the Welsh that fucks the sheep, or is it the Scottish?
The sheep shaggers, yes.
Yeah.
Although I will say they do produce the best lamb in the country. So.
Well, yeah, because it's salted.
What do you think? Do you think Conservatives can retain? Not Miss Steen.
I don't agree with it, but I think that Corbyn hasn't got his act together. I don't think they've got time to.
Did you hear the blunder today? He was being interviewed today, and was it today or yesterday? He was being interviewed, and he was talking about taxation, and he said he wanted to lower the pay of bosses. That's how you appeal to business, by the way, telling them they'll earn less.
Yeah.
Congratulations. He wants to. His first thing he said when it was announced. I saw the interview. He did, one of many. He said he wanted to. Let's see. Invest in infrastructure, of course. Invest in business. Invest in education. Invest in the healthcare. Invest in something else. Oh, what was it? I don't know, but everything was invest. Oh, on that interview, by the way, he also said he contradicted the manifesto with regards to Trident, where he said he would either decommission or not. Oh, I don't know. He contradicted it, which I thought was beautiful. He's pretty feckless. It's amazing. And yet, if you look at media sources in the UK, a lot of them, depending on what their leaning is, will push either Corbyn or May above the other. And I'm like, this is bullshit. There's no way Corbyn's going to win.
Does anyone know what his views are on pineapple and pizza?
Oh, what the hell? Miss Steam's anti-Brexit confirmed. Fuck you.
Is she? But is she?
Who knows?
No, I'm for Brexit. Leave the fucking EU. I want my internet, damn it.
Wait, so now you care about your country? That's really that's
no,
a dick move. Couldn't you care about the election as well?
I care about not having censorship over the internet because I love the internet and they want to like censor things, and that means censoring like all the YouTubers I like.
I do want to just put it out there that now that we're in the 2-year negotiation stage, everything is on the table. That includes laws that the EU enact. We may have to abide by some of their laws as part of a deal. While we want a hard Brexit and therefore not be connected to any of it, well, I say we want, that is what Theresa May is pushing for.
Yeah.
Chances are it would be what others deem a soft Brexit, where we will still abide the EU human rights laws, which I don't even know what the British human rights law thing, they were working on something for that. I don't know what it is exactly.
Well,
but we may still have to abide some of their EU censorship rules.
If they care about human rights so much, then fucking include the law saying that women can rape men.
Things never going to happen.
Yeah. Even though they have a petition every year, like.
Well, there was. I think as long as I've been around on YouTube, I've seen at least one every year.
Yeah.
Which it's a shame that it's not going any further than that.
It doesn't even get to halfway, which is very sad.
I took issue with the initially with the Istanbul Convention because the way it was coming across that yes, okay, we signed that for women, women and something domestic violence laws.
Yeah.
Was that I felt that it would run the risk of watering down the number of, for example, male victims in countries where male victims are more prevalent, to the point where there's even less chance of them being noticed, because the laws did focus more on, they were gendered. There's no denying it. Every single paper on the Istanbul Convention is women and.
What I'm saying is, I find it funny that they care about human rights, but when it comes to men, they're like, "Oh, fuck them." Like, yeah, fuck you.
That's actually how Miss Steam operates in life. She sees a man and she says, "Fuck him."
No. If I see a very, very hot man, I go, "Please fuck me."
She doesn't. But just for the sake of it, I think the Conservatives are going to win this. I think they're going to. I do think Labour will win some seats from those that voted Remain and have lost faith with the Conservatives, because Conservatives didn't really want to leave the EU either. They're just abiding the vote. And I think they're going to win some seats back. But I don't think they'll win enough. And as already clarified, they've agreed they will not form a coalition with the SNP, because the SNP are insane. And I don't think Liberal Democrats will win these seats. But I do think UKIP might win 1 or 2 seats more than the one they have already.
Oh, God, UKIP. I'm sorry, every time I hear...
They represent a genuine threat.
No, every time I hear UKIP, it just reminds me that their entire organisation is funded by a guy who thinks that women wearing trousers is the end of the world.
It is.
That's the whole reason why he funded it. So he thinks women wearing trousers is the end of the world. Fucking beautiful.
Indeed. You were saying something before myself and Steve interrupted you.
Yeah, sorry, I thought you were talking about me. Sorry, Karen.
No, you. I meant you.
Oh, I was just going to say there was a thing. My friend of mine sent me a link to an article. I think it was in the Guardian about Nigel Farage's links with Julian Assange from WikiLeaks.
Really?
Yeah, it's some interesting stuff. I'm not entirely sure what the implications are, but I think what they were trying to connect is that he was having meetings with Trump, and then he was having meetings with Julian Assange, and then soon after that, the Vault 7 leak came out from the CIA.
Yeah, I'm not sure how Vault-Tec let that sort of stuff slip, but hey, you know. Wait, sorry, did I mix universes? I apologize.
I didn't pay much attention to the Vault, whatever. What was in that?
Well, I work in IT, so I know quite a bit about it, and I do a lot of stuff on pen testing, and a lot of the stuff was about hacking tools that the CIA use on everything from Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, iPhones, even your TV.
Wait, so they know all the keyboard shortcuts?
No, they do.
Oh yes.
And I think the other thing, if I remember correctly, that was really kind of got people hot under the collar was there was a lot of flaws and exposures that they had found, like they called 0-day things that they declined to tell the companies in question about, so they could keep those exploits for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, Oracle just launched a big patch for their software due to the some exploits and that. Cisco, they found some big ones in Cisco as well. It's quite scary. But it's the CIA. You kind of expect that to a degree. But and also it must be noted that a lot of these exploits were quite old, and some operating systems have been patched. And in a way, for me, I kind of expected something like this. But I think it's quite good that it's being exposed to the public now, so people know what's actually happening.
Yeah, because it's kind of got to the point. I mean, if you want to stay out of the mess, you basically have to give up electronic media, because otherwise somebody's gonna see some shit. There's just no getting around it.
Yeah, and part of my concern about even the EU is at the moment the EU have some quite stringent data protection laws, and moving out of that would mean GQ has got more ability to mess with our data. But yeah, I'm going to take my tinfoil hat off now.
I feel old because this sort of stuff. Just
don't worry about it. I don't get it either.
Blow your mind.
I mean, in the sense that the where it's gone. I mean, used to you could pretty much not have to take deal. Basically, finding someone required eyes on the ground, because there was no cell phones, there were no.
How do we get to the point? How do we get to this point where all these massive government organizations like the CIA have managed to get to the point where it takes that kind of hack to show what they do?
Well,
there's no transparency. I know there shouldn't be too much transparency, but surely there should be some.
Well, to be,
am I wrong here?
I guess that you kind of hit the nail on the head right there with a bit of a, the problem is they kind of have to be able to conceal stuff from the public. I know that sounds terrible, but I mean, if
I know what you mean.
Knows about it, it's basically an open secret.
Well, it's like the and I'm just swinging it back to UK again for a second. It's like the Brexit, the plans and the negotiation plans for the Brexit. If we laid all those out now, and everyone knew, even though we kind of want to know what we shouldn't, it means that everyone else then knows what we're going to do, and that kind of defeats the point.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like the whole, like, a good example might be like the Gulf War, where the press got really pissed off that the military basically lied to them and used them to give disinformation to Saddam Hussein, for instance. Where they talked up a beach landing, even did put guys out, and the Marines all ready to do that. Let the press make hay with it, and then did exactly the opposite. And there were some people in the press, who got pissed off about that. I'm like, what are you, stupid?
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
they had already proven in a couple of years previous that the press can't be trusted to look at the the greater good, if you will, over getting a scoop. Because there was a story, I love to tell the story because it tickles me every time I say it, because it reminds me of the Finding Shia LaBeouf. Is at one point, how Osama bin Laden used to started putting this white sheet behind him when he talked. Is up to a certain point. Before that, he would just shoot his little films out in the train, right? Well, he stopped doing that because some geologist analyzed one of the films and went, hey, I know where that is, because it's based on geology. And he made the mistake of telling a reporter before telling the government. You can guess what happened after that.
Yeah.
It hit the news.
Well, they're going to run with the
Someone
story.
went, oh shit. And so we spent another 5 years trying to catch the bastard.
Damn
And
it.
people died. So
Great
it's
story.
one of those where I don't like the fact that the government keeps secret from us, but they kind of have to.
I guess it's like a bit of a catch-22, really.
Yeah.
Is it really double-edged sword? Maybe I don't know. It's one of those.
But
I don't know.
I don't mind people looking at, the problem is it's mass surveillance I have a problem with, because and unwarranted surveillance. You can't, if you're collecting everything, everybody's personal conversations, just in case you might catch something. And the fact is that they've never stopped any kind of attack or anything due to, these things, not to our knowledge. So
well, yeah, it comes back to the idea of knowledge is power, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know it's a Space Marine thing. I know.
I mean, I wish that they would actually have something in place that if you make a promise during a campaign that you had to keep it, or there would be some sort of repercussions.
Well, repercussions come about 4 years later.
Yeah.
In this country, well, when a party made a campaign pledge and they U-turned on it, they lost nearly every single one of their seats. Do you remember that? Liberal Democrats.
Yeah.
Well done for fucking off the students by reneging on that one.
Yeah.
That was beautiful, by the way. Sorry?
Yes, we have something in place for that then. Get back on. Oh, I didn't know that.
I still maintain that when in 2010 Cameron was forming that coalition, he should have gone with a minority government. Poor Liberal Democrats, they were fucked up that.
Well, anything's better than David Cameron, I guess.
Hey, he was a great leader. He gave us what we wanted. That we didn't really, it really shouldn't have come down to the people, I guess. He gave us the Brexit, which he really believed he'd win, and he's been U-turning a bit on that as well. He's been giving speeches. Is it Ukraine, maybe?
Oh,
and he was talking about how much he hates the EU now or something. How much were you paid to say that, David? How much?
He never fucked a pig.
He didn't fuck a dead pig. Very Lord of the Flies feel about that, and I just don't know where to go with it. There's a great thing about George Osborne, the former Chancellor of the Exchequer, who had a degree in journalism but was put in charge of was it journalism or history, but was put in charge of our economy. Fantastic. That's a true sign of how few mathematicians or economists we have in this country that we put.
I look at the chat, the first thing I see, David Cameron fucked pigs.
Oh, beautiful. But Osborne now is a editor. He has like 6 or 7 jobs, making hundreds of thousands of pounds, as well as an MP. And he's also the editor of a newspaper as well. I don't know what to say. I think he's quitting now as well, which is even better. Not that I'm totally against Osborne, because he did stay true to the austerity.
No, he is definitely quitting. I saw on the news. About 3 months ago, I think he said he was going to stay, and then suddenly said, "No, that's it. Being paid too much for money."
Pig sticker. Oh dear. The jokes. I remember watching Mock the Week. I think it was just after that came out, and they tore him a new one.
Oh, you remember when the media
Every
tried to cover it
every
up?
joke was
You remember when?
related.
You remember when he was trying to cover it up, and it was like, nope, it's getting out.
Was it in Oh, was it? It was in a book written by someone that was once a friend of his, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
The Ashcroft,
Yeah, I think so.
Lord Ashcroft. Yeah, I need to read that book now. I need context. Don't be accused of cherry-picking
apparently, it was like a thing. Like he was drunk
Initiation.
with his mates in uni.
Oh, it wasn't an initiation then.
No, I heard he was drunk.
No, that was just a live pig then.
What?
Nothing.
Oh,
They're all big fuckers, really.
I see. The way it's supposed to be is you don't mess with a man who owns pigs. Apparently, what it turns out to be is you don't own a man who fucks pigs.
Yeah, you don't mess with the kids that were a part of. I think his club was Bullington's, his old school. There you go. Don't fuck with those guys. I went to Eton because they will fuck your farm.
Yeah, Miss Dean was trying to help me understand the areas of Great Britain and its varying accent and other stereotypes.
I told him everyone from Essex is a retard.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that because Mim comes from there and he's doing a PhD in social science. So I wouldn't say they're all retards.
Everybody's got to have a prodigy.
All retards except one. Okay.
It's kind of like being a rocket scientist and being from Arkansas.
Arkansas.
It's pronounced Arkansas. Hey, look, I'm not from there. I don't.
No. I know this. I know Patrick and Sophane were mentioning it on the stream the other day. I just remembered it.
Yeah, yeah. Don't call it Arkansas to someone who's from there. They'll get really irritated. I just defend it because I don't want to have to deal with those guys.
I can imagine.
I was constructed in Oklahoma. I'm only a slightly step up. Okay.
We have some towns there that are easily mispronounced. If I spell out a town for you, okay, you try and pronounce this, okay?
Okay.
So it's spelled W-Y. Oh no, I tell you what, I'll put it in the side chat. Okay. And you tell me how that is pronounced.
Wymondham?
Oh, he's not going to get this.
Wyndham. Try this one.
Costesi?
No. Try. Anyone else want to try that one? In the stream, of course.
Costasi?
Nope.
You're telling me that the Wyndham is that the MON is just completely overlooked.
Ignore Wyndham. The one below is it's a part of Norwich where I didn't live in this area because fuck me, I would never live there. Bad area. Pronounced Cossey.
Really?
Yeah. Why?
No, the ST, the first part is just completely, the ST is gone, just ignored, correct?
Then we have the obvious one that's spelt the wrong, it's spelt the wrong way for how it sounds, and you know what it is.
Edinburgh.
Yeah, but how's it spelt?
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh, something like that.
Yeah,
Edinburgh.
but it's obviously pronounced Edinburgh.
Yeah, because it's fortunately that is easier because there's a lot of places in the United States where they use that spelling for borough.
You mean you don't just mean because a lot of your areas are named after British places?
That's exactly why. But I'm saying that's how we know is because we have a lot of places with the same naming and pronunciation convention, and I know why that is. I'm just saying we have a lot of them over here, so that's easier. But the first two, no fucking clue, man.
Yeah, I know.
If you want to get something that fun here in the United States, you need places that were named after Native American words.
The thing is, though, the whole reason why we sent people to America wasn't out of anything. It was to get rid of the religious nutters, so we could do shit.
Oh well, we did such a good job. I just want to say, I love that your avatar is in the side. Your avatar's in the side there of the side chat. Brutal Bite. and it's still doing the same movements. By the way, I've also bought a cheese with that written on it, but spelt the wrong way round with I before the E. Pronounce that, by the way, Red.
What, this word?
The word that Brutal Bite put in the side chat.
Oh, is that Leicester?
Leicester.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, how about the one that I put in there? Try that one.
Talqua?
Try again.
Fuck that. No.
Yeah, it's pronounced Tahlequah.
What?
Yeah, I know. It's just the same kind of thing. The H is just forgotten about. It's Tahlequah.
Say what? Oh, that's amazing. I wonder if there are any other super weird pronunciations.
Oh, for fuck's sake, yeah. There's
It's crazy for me, right? I grew up in a village called Smallfield. I lived in a town called Reigate. Help, the town I live in now is 4 letters long. You can't fuck it up.
Okay, let's see.
I know, but I don't know if I should say it in the chat.
Okay, this should be good. Try this one.
Ufsky?
This one fucks with you. This one actually uses all the words. It's Oakfusky.
Ah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I need to put some.
I was expecting something different, but that's the way it is.
Oh, hang on. We have the village that has the longest name or something.
Oh yeah. You guys have that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is it
dear.
in it?
I don't get any of
Well,
this.
it's the Welsh one.
That's Wyoming.
Oh, is that the is that the one with the stupidly long word that's like 40-something characters long?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not pronouncing that. No one can pronounce that.
Okay.
No one can remember.
Yes, the Welsh one ends with go or something.
Our closest equivalent is this. That's one word.
Dude, put that in the chat so everyone else can see
Okay.
that
So
bullshit.
everyone can see that. Yeah, this is good. This is a lake.
Is that?
And no, I don't know
That's
how
a
to say
lake.
it. I am not gonna lie. That's a lake. I have no idea how to say that.
I think it's easy just to say lake.
I don't.
Gaga goo goo gaga gaga.
It's like a baby.
It's in Massachusetts. So the East Coast isn't immune to that kind of crap.
That's an actually abysmal. I think in 2020 when I'm elected, we're going to abolish all these names. We're just going to give everyone a number. It's much easier to work with.
Well, I claim 42.
I like
It's not right, but fighting ferrets for suckers.
I know why you want 42, you fuck.
Exactly. That's why I said I know I'm not British. I know it's not there, but I don't give a shit.
It's fine. Burning Pit 1, Burning Pit 2, Burning Pit 3. So it's not rocket science here.
Okay.
Well, can I be 69?
Yeah, baby.
Ask 42.
Sit on my face and tell me that you love me.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to sing anymore, so
Wait, what? The fuck? You're not allowed to sing
Was it a
anymore?
court order?
I just the wife will come and hit me if I sing.
Domestic violence.
No, it's about survival. She wants to live.
Ah. Well, it's compromise is inevitable, of course.
Yeah.
I used to have a boyfriend that literally sang death metal.
Lie.
So
Sorry? Like Cradle of Filth?
I used to have a boyfriend that only sung death metal.
Actually, that's a fairly short song. I could probably sing that one and get away with it.
But where would he do this?
What?
Anywhere.
Anywhere. Oh.
He did this in the middle of
I'd
the
imagine he's sitting on the toilet singing some proper Cradle of Filth, actual trashy music, as he's trying to mask certain grunts he's possibly making. I know that sounds inappropriate, but that seemed funny in my head.
Oh, that'd be yeah.
Now it's got you thinking, hang on, was I ever walking past the bathroom when he was in there?
I do remember I would be falling asleep and then suddenly I would do and I'm freaking out.
Aggression vocals, I can never do those. I had a few housemates that could, but they had like different pitches, which really confused me. One sounded like a dog, like a Yorkshire Terrier growling. The other one had a really rumble. I could never quite understand that.
Yeah.
Then again, I met
Pretty good.
in 2006 I met Bring the Horizon singer Ollie Sykes. This was when they were doing death metal, thrash metal back, that kind of
Yeah.
music.
That was
And he has a really
deathcore.
Well, the thing is,
deathcore. That's right. Yeah,
didn't
and
do
it was
the,
terrible. That kind of
he didn't
growling sound.
do the growl properly. Now he fucked his voice.
It's great.
We didn't do the
I
growl
think
properly. So now he
it
fucked
sounded-
his voice because he used his throat instead of his.
I liked. They did an EP just before that first album, and I liked it. And then they did the first album, and it was completely different to what I thought they was going to be doing, and it confused me because it seemed like he was barking. It took me a few listens to understand what was going on.
You've got to have a connoisseur's ear. You've got to be listening to it for about 20 years to kind of appreciate it.
The subtle nuance.
The
subtle nuance of being going.
I can't remember what band it was, but they've got a female.
Aggression vocal singer.
Yeah, female. She
they're
does
math
it
bands.
really well,
I know who
and she
you're
does
talking
it
about.
properly as well. She
She-
doesn't do it from her throat; she does it from her diaphragm.
No, I know you're talking about. I know who you're talking about because the singer, she's dating someone from the Gallows.
Cradle Filth, was it?
No. I'll find out. It won't take me a second.
I can't remember. This is why I got the music saved because I can never remember what it's called.
I know who she is. It'll take me a second.
Yeah,
'Cause,
I could probably find it.
Yeah,
Thrax
well, I
mentioned
give up on
like titty caca. Like, yeah, that's true. That I remember an episode of Duckman where the feminists had taken over and Duckman's I don't know if they were related or girlfriend or what, but she's like, one of the things she mentions, yeah, I'm off to go get the ceremony to rename Lake Titicaca because it's sexist.
right.
And I'm like, okay, sure. The Grand Teton's going too.
Yeah, Omegon renamed me sex object, so
Okay, fair enough.
yeah.
I do that to everyone at some point.
Well, I personally feel honoured.
There you go.
Congratulations.
Muhaha. That was pretty funny. I did a muhaha in text, and oh my god, it goes, I just heard you do that in your voice. I'm like,
I've heard you do that. Heard you make those laughs quite a lot. They creep me out a little.
That's true.
I can't do them, so maybe it's just jealousy.
But that reminds me. Did you ever decide to use that intro that I made for you for the?
I've got it in a folder. I want to use it for some content in the future on this channel.
Okay.
I just I forget everything.
So you do them.
For
So
those of you
you
who haven't seen
do
it, what I
laughing.
did, I put "Don't worry, be happy" backwards and made it sound creepy.
Right.
So Red, you do the evil laugh then.
Which one? I have several.
The one you. How many you got?
All right. Well, hold on a second. Let me see if I can get in character a little bit. Before I kill you, Mr. Bond. Or see here. I don't know something.
Your wife beating you up for that
No. She thinks that's funny.
and singing.
Oh,
Oh right. Okay.
So yeah, those I get away with. It's just the singing
No
that's
complaints?
too much.
You need to.
Oh, okay.
You need to have a competition with this YouTuber I watch, Dr. Holocaust. Be fucking.
so we can swing our muhahas around and see who has the biggest muhaha.
That sounds like something you do on your. Do you want to stream sometime?
Probably do
Have
some.
a wahaha off.
There we go.
Wow.
I think I used to be able to do it. I used to be able to do an Igor. Yes, monster. Yes, master.
Oh dear.
You know,
Really?
reading Ren's in the chat, right?
What?
You know, reading Ren's in the chat, right?
Yep.
I hadn't realised. Sorry, Ren.
Hello. Sorry, Ren. We already have a nice pair of boobs in the stream, so good luck.
Yeah.
That position's already been filled. Oh, that sounded dirty.
Fuck you.
That's adorable.
That's all.
See the other one. The anime villain.
Yeah.
You have to lift your hand up to your face like you're trying to cover the laugh, but you can't. That's what's usually for the girls, though. I can't quite get my voice quite right for that.
Hang on, maybe if I jiggle the boobs for the stream.
That never hurts.
There you go, 2 more subs.
What does your shirt say anyway?
My shirt is it is a what am I wearing?
She's like, I'm trying to read it, but my boobs are getting in the way.
No, it doesn't say anything. It's it is a dragon lizard lady.
Oh, okay. Works for me.
Yeah, dragon lizard lady.
Ah, not bad.
Right. I just find it very hard to take you seriously without the top hat. I'm just saying.
Well, I'm sure the top hat's nearby someplace.
Yeah.
There we go. Is it better now? Yeah. No. You are such a good sport. That's hysterical.
Yeah. I stuck my coat hanger broke and I didn't want to waste it, so I stuck it in my hat. I'm not kidding, I actually stuck it in my hat. Because I'm a crazy little bitch.
We threw the hats away, didn't we?
Now we just need to put like a little light on top of the hat someplace.
Nice
Go,
one.
ah! And then turn it on. You've got an idea. Ding.
Yes.
I
like
am
that.
thinking about like putting in like a pipe, like a one of those old timey pipe things.
If you're going to do that, you may as well also put some holders for 2 beers.
And
Yeah,
some
that's
straws.
less and more
Yes.
redneck punk.
Oh my god! Run the straws around the hat.
You can have a little reservoir hidden
That'd be
inside the hat.
I find it easier just to drink out of a glass, but that'd be pretty awesome.
That's just not right. With the reservoir in the hat and have the tube coming up and then around, and it looks like it's like a little microphone thing, but it's just like. Oh man.
All right, Megan. I will buy one of your shirts.
Wait, what?
Hooray, shirts! I need to. Yeah,
Victory is mine.
victory!
My
I need
shitty
to
non-promotion
look
has
at these
worked. Yes.
Was only because I want to get molested by you. You refuse to molest me unless I buy
yeah, I
a
did say
shirt.
that applies to everyone, but to a lesser degree depending on the number of shirts you buy.
All right, fuck you. Then I won't buy the shirt.
I don't know what to say to that.
I tell
I
you,
might cry.
you might, but you might not.
It's more than likely I won't.
No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna buy the
Sorry.
shirt. I mean, it's fucking a Megon on my boobs. I mean, that's more than I ever wanted.
Oh, by the way, the band name you were asking earlier, Rolo Tomasi.
Oh,
I'm not kidding. That was the name of the band, and it took me ages to remember it.
I keep.
The mathcore band.
Yeah, I could never fucking remember.
I know this because I saw them live once in a kitchen. That's not a joke. They
Weird.
played in front of about 30 people in a kitchen.
Omegon, do you actually like mathcore? You like mathcore?
I don't mind mathcore. I can listen to it.
I the signature. Some signatures do my head in. Can't
To be
handle it.
honest, I'm more into
Fair
Startup,
enough.
especially the band Streetlight Manifesto. Their songs are really good.
I find that like listening to like Dillinger Escape Plan as well, it helps because in this house at the moment, all I ever hear is that shitty band Little Mix.
Ugh.
Who?
And they're a British
How
band that
do you
won
get
a talent competition, although you could argue the word talent being overused there. I don't have much time for that type of music. It doesn't appeal to me at all. Because I actually have ears and they bleed.
Wait. That's what those are on the side of your head? I thought those were like liquid vents.
Well, we can debate that another time.
Just well, how do you hear? Now I'm curious. What the hell? Do you have like little pseudopods that hear and smell things? Is that what?
I'd rather not talk about it. It's a very intimate issue for me.
Mm-hmm. So that's why a maintenance girl has little sucker marks on her butt.
Oh,
That's
God.
how it is. That's okay. As long as she enjoyed it, that's fine.
Don't you do the voice of maintenance girl?
No, maintenance girl's my wife.
thank
Fembot
fuck
is
for
the one
that.
I do the voice for.
Oh, that's okay. Thanks. Then it felt so weird, and now it doesn't feel so weird.
Yeah, Fembot's the
right.
character I do. So Fembot's
Ew!
I do like that fembot of yours with all those expressions.
yeah. That's I can't. I'm getting oh, God. Travels in Tumblr space is going to be a lot of work because I'm going to use that a lot.
Yeah.
So speaking of which,
Why the fuck do I have a hat like a Miley Cyrus CD? Gross.
I
On that
once
note-
asked that question
No,
10 years ago, but it said a
it.
James
Might be
Blunt
cat-
CD. I have no idea where it came from.
all right. Well, I will see you guys later. I have to run a few things and
Okay.
get rid of that CD
Thanks
quick.
for copying on, mate.
All right. Stay moist.
Bye. By the way, the fact you have a Miley Cyrus CD says a lot about you, and I've lost respect for you.
No, I think that's my cousin's, and I'm gonna smash it in front of her.
Oh wait, so not an ex-girlfriend, like one maybe stole parcels and sold the gear.
Actually, that might be hers. I'm gonna definitely smash it and maybe burn it.
I would recommend if you want to do a little science experiment, you set it upright in a microwave and you turn it on for 30 seconds. It's beautiful. Although I would recommend also standing back a little, just in case it blows up. But ordinarily, all you should see is lightning arc across the CD disc,
Hmm.
which is beautiful. I think I have a dog
Oh, I did
wrestling behind you on the floor.
see my ex-girlfriend recently.
Giggity.
Bright green hair.
Not giggity.
She had beautiful brown hair. Why did she change her hair green? God damn it, that is fucking disgusting.
Yeah,
It looks like mucus.
my other half is sat next to me and she's got green hair.
I've seen your other half, haven't I? Can you send me that? Was it, your other half sent me that article?
Yeah.
I did.
That was pretty. That was good fun.
Whoops.
I hope I did it justice for you.
Oh yeah, the video's great. Yeah.
Yay!
Yay.
Because she's crazy, the woman that wrote that article.
I found some new ones recently. I was sent one about a case in Michigan with female genital mutilation actually happening. I thought, and this has been going on for years. How did they not get caught sooner? This is a huge violation.
I remember college there was these fucking posters go like, oh, female mutilation must be female genital mutilation should be stopped. And I was going like, what about male genital mutilation? And went, oh well, it doesn't really harm men as much as women. Bullshit.
I think if I do tackle this, have a little look at this female genital mutilation one, I don't think I'll bring up male genital mutilation because of it would just seem like I'm
It basically
trying to
does
turn
the
it
same
onto guys instead.
thing as men, makes it harder to wank off.
I try not to think about that.
Yeah.
There was
There's also like,
I was also considering white knighting for a friend of mine because this guy, he did a response with me once, right? It was 40 minutes long to my 20-minute video. He played my entire video in this, and he also basically said, it's just not the way it is, blah blah blah, basically to a news article about Black Lives Matter and student segregation at some college in America. I think it's Berkeley, or at some colleges in America wanting segregation and special places for minority groups. And he did it again with my friend Anna Mae Renee. Now she makes intentionally funny videos. They're comedy. But he has taken everything she said about police. The title, he called the title clickbaity. Of course it was. She called it "Police are 100% racist" and spelled racist with a Y. It's obvious. It's clickbait because people are going to click on it for views. But also it's funny. The video had full of memes and everything, and he just spends 18 minutes. And if I do decide to do this, I'll put a little counter on it to the exact number of times he calls her a fucking retard. Because he does so many times. He doesn't answer. He has some sources, and they do highlight some instances of racism in California. But he is so dense; it's unreal.
It's like my first ever response from a fucking YouTuber pedophile, and literally he spent like a good majority of his video complaining about the intro.
Oh yeah! How dare you have one of those? Hey, you'll know you've made it on the internet when Kevin Logan notices you.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
Kevin Logan.
He noticed
I need
me.
to see that video.
I've not watched it because I can't stand my voice. Everyone knows that. Otterface did, and she talked to me about it. I agree. There's one mistake I made in it that he had a legitimate point. I love that he pronounced my name Omegon and Omega Dinnerjed because I thought those were hilarious. I even told him, even agreed with them on Twitter. They're brilliant. They're funny. But a couple of other people who have watched through say the majority of it is just him strawmanning the fuck out of me, which is fine. It's his style. I'm not going to respond to it because nobody responds to him on these videos. They're just funny. I watched this Satirician one, and I told Sat. Sat didn't find it funny at all, but I thought it was brilliant. And I reckon the only reason he went for me and not like Bane, maybe because Bane would annihilate him, obviously. I reckon he did because even if he got views, he wouldn't make money off it, and I'm an easy person to quote mine because of an animal avatar. So you could get views, criticize another suited avatar, although the Cookie Monster one did come up. I mean, come on. Cookie Monster onesie is pretty cool. So he gets views, but he doesn't have to put as much effort into it, if that makes sense. Like with Bane, he'd have to actually put time into it. With me, it's just, oh look, another animal avatar in a suit. Oh, he makes anti-SJW content, anti-feminist content. That's exactly what he is then. Time to pigeonhole, strawman, and quote mine the fuck out of him.
Here's the thing though, like you're not an ordinary suit. You get what I mean? You're like
onesie.
Yeah, you're a onesie.
Right.
Your suit is fucking like duck bow tie, blue fucking suit, all custom.
The ducky tie and evolving into the ducky bow tie. That's very personal to me. I am kind of glad though, because someone did go through it and they did point out to it. He didn't point out the mum pin and say anything about that. That's good because that would have actually got my attention. Otherwise, I'm happy just to ignore him. Although I think he also did mention something about the sandwich wenches. Yes, wenches assemble.
About the sandwich wenches.
You may have mentioned something about that, but let's face it, it's absolute misogyny.
And
I'll have to go through it at some point.
About sandwich wenches are coming after him.
Yeah, I did go through the comments, and they made me chuckle. Mostly think, and this one I don't know why this is, but quite a number in a previous response video somewhere else believed that I was a parody. I don't know where this comes from. I don't know how I'm a parody of anyone. I think Kevin Logan thinks I'm a parody of no, a version of Teal Deer. I'm not. I started before Teal Deer. Some thought I was a parody of Sargon of Akkad.
Teal Deer?
No.
You're nothing like
Well, I started
Teal Deer.
before. Yeah, no, I'm nothing like it. No, I'm not.
You're interesting.
Teal Deer is brilliant for sourcing. He's amazing for that.
I don't know.
I have to give him. I can't operate at that kind of level.
I can't.
And it's good to know that I have limitations. I can work to improve on it.
See, things I can't watch Tilda's videos because I start daydreaming. Like I watch his video, right, and then about 2 minutes in, I suddenly start daydreaming. Like I'm just looking into the whatever the hell he's got on his screen, and I'm just daydreaming about something completely different.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I love. I just can't believe Kevin Logan got to me. I'm one of the manospheres. I'm thinking of all the people I know who make better content, bigger men's rights people as well that he could have gone for. Like, I don't know if he's done one on Dr. Randomacam yet, but if he hasn't, there's one. Independent Man, Gary Awesome. He could have easily gone for them bigger channels. Suit Yourself. Come on, of all the people to go for.
Yeah.
But I genuinely think it had more to do with the fact that with my particular voice being very southern, but also suited animal avatar, of course, but I'm fucking Cthulhukin, meant that he could just make an easy video instead of actually making something more challenging.
Yeah.
Then again, he's done 30 of the same thing, so or 31.
Sorry. Your hair is
No,
green.
don't bother.
It's been green since you were 16.
I had green hair when I was a 20-year-old.
I had blue and red hair, and then I
White,
tried
green.
to grow out the blue hair, and it turned like green, and I still have a bit
Well,
of green in my
mine's-
hair even after a year.
Mine was bright green after I lost a bet, and I had very, very long hair. Like down to, I'd say if I laid my arm down by my side, it went down to like my lower back at least. And I lived by the ocean in Lowestoft at the time. I was at college. I don't know why we lived in Lowestoft. We did. And the wind would blow it everywhere. And it was bright green, and my friends, they hung Christmas decorations off it.
See, I don't mind.
So when the wind blew, I had baubles smacking me in the face all day.
See, I don't
By the way,
mind
someone did point
green
out
hair.
that technically counts as Christmas teabagging.
See, I don't mind green hair if it suits you. On my
Yeah.
ex-girlfriend, it does not suit her. It looks like someone just like dumped snot on her head.
I think for me it was okay because, you kind of own it to an extent. You know, I lost a
Yeah.
bet. I honoured the bet, and it just with all the decorations, it looked seasonal and therefore amusing, and people liked it.
I want to see that.
Luckily,
I want to.
well, maybe one day I'll show you, but not right now.
No.
No, maybe one day.
No.
And yes,
Not
equal
now.
rights for Cthulhu-kin.
Christmas.
Hang on, what's that name?
Hair. That's fucking beautiful. I'm thinking about changing my hair to chestnut red.
Is that a
Next.
red?
It's like there's like a naturally-ish color.
Like,
It's not
Okay.
big red hair.
I don't know what to say to that.
Say that way.
Mostly because I'm male and I'm in my early 30s and I just don't care.
Well,
I just
no,
like the hat.
I've been every single color basically.
Maybe you should do that.
No, I don't want to go
Every
rainbow hair again.
single color in your hair.
I'm not going rainbow hair again. That was terrible. It looks lovely on you, until you have a few baths in and it looks shit.
And the dye starts to rub off on your skin, and you look like a rainbow.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing. You should do it.
No. God, it was a
Vincent.
nightmare last time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Blue hair. Don't ever get blue hair. Fucking hell. You want to get rid of that shit. That takes like forever.
Mhm. By the way, I was
still have green.
I was originally going to do because I obviously you mentioned earlier the t-shirt thing. I was originally going to do a sandwich wench one. I had this Christina who does my avatar on the main channel now. She was going to do a Cthulhu sandwich wench alumni logo, but she forgot, and then I forgot. But she's working on it, so I might actually use that at some point. Because the idea of a sandwich wench alumni, like a college, sounds
I think
kind of
it'd be cool if you had like a t-shirt where it's basically all the sandwich wenches and then you just going like, yeah, like right in the middle, like all the sandwich wenches on the shirt.
That'd be kind of cool. But most don't go on camera.
Yeah. Oh no, it's
They
like
don't make
avatars.
3-minute videos that end with me raping the sandwich wench.
We could have an avatar with a sandwich in each tentacle.
That sounds like fun. I actually have a picture like that I believe Christina drew for me. She drew a picture of my avatar. She drew a picture of me not munching on a sandwich. I may have the picture still. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. Right.
Jason showed me some blasphemy. Jason showed me some blasphemy last night.
What do you think? This is the sandwich eating image that Christina made. What do you think?
Oh, cool. You need that on a t-shirt.
Needs a bit more work. That was just a doodle though, so it wasn't like a refined piece of work.
Still good.
But if she refined that would look amazing.
Yeah.
Just make sure. Jason showed me a bit of blasphemy last night. I was talking about Skittles. I don't know why we're talking about Skittles, which was, and he was going like,
Skittles
"Oh yeah," and he said that Skittles have chocolate in them. I was like, "What?
Wait, what? That's not Skittles. Yeah. That's minstrels."
Yeah, that's what I said. He was like, "No." He's like,
Smarties.
"No." Yeah. It's like that's Smarties. He was like, "No, that's Skittles. That's Smarties. No, I've got Skittles here."
Dude, just disown that friend and have him executed. That's what you should do.
That's just Jason. He showed me that. Like, look, Skittles.
Oh, Brazil.
Yeah.
Brazil. Is he in the chat? I'm gonna call a retard in the chat.
I don't think he's in the chat.
Okay. What were you saying, Brutal Bites?
Oh shit.
I was just going to say about minstrels. Can you get them anywhere but the cinema?
I went to the cinema. I didn't order them. So,
you don't buy sweets from the cinema. You sneak sweets into the cinema.
I went and saw the Fast and Furious 8 film, or Fate of the Furious, as some called it, which was a terrible play on words. And where I live, there's no like local cinema, so you had to go to somewhere called Westwood Cross. It's about a 45-minute drive from where I live, and a friend of mine from uni came down for the weekend, and we drank a lot. But we had an hour to kill, and we walked around, and we went inside, and we bought snacks before going in, and then a lady comes in with a like mini kiosk thing. What do you call it? Trolleys or something? And it's like, what the fuck do we bother buying all this shit and carrying it in when she's right there? Motherfucker. No minstrels though, by the way. It was just like people. There was someone eating nachos and cheese really hot, and it was crunching so bloody loud.
Yeah. The thing is though, it's like the reason why you sneak sweets in is because they overprice them in the cinema.
Well, yeah, I've seen the the Haagen-Dazs ice cream pots about the size of your thumb, about the size of your thimble at most, and they cost £5. And I know, I just had one thing of popcorn, and that was it.
I think the popcorn costs £5 now as well.
I know. The worst part was that we had a large between us, and it was gone before the end of all of the ads.
Yeah,
and 2 minutes worth, and we're like, this is fucking ridiculous.
I haven't been to the cinema in 2 years because fuck it. There's always some group of teenagers that will not
Which was pretty cool.
follow the law of cinema. Shut the
Yeah,
fuck up. Put the phone away.
I hadn't been to the cinema in a few years either. But my friend had come down for the weekend, mostly to just hang out with me because we haven't seen each other since last October. And he also bought me the type fuck. He came down with a tiny bottle of whiskey for me, a monkey shoulder. But I have a bottle of it anyway that is actually at his place, so he did to tease me if anything. And then we found the bottle of Kraken, and I told people this last week. I think I saw the bottle of Kraken, and I went and he offered to buy it. And when we got to the counter, he pulled out this mini bottle of Kraken, like 5 cl instead of the full size one. I'm like, you absolute fuck, because I'd never had it, and I had it. It was delicious. Little Miss Anonymous, in fact, she bought me a bottle off Amazon for me, so that's arriving this week. I'm gonna get wrecked. It's gonna be great.
Have you tried
Kraken's amazing.
Knob Creek?
Sorry,
Knob Creek rum.
Creek. No, I haven't. I've tried a few rums. They're pretty good. I tried Pirates Grog. If you ever had that.
No, I haven't tried that one. I'm a big rum fan. I like rum. Spice rum in
Have
particular.
you ever had Deadhead?
Have I tried? No. I
I don't know the gin drinkers.
no, I don't think so.
You can get a sample of that on Amazon in the head-shaped bottle. It's pretty nice.
What's it called?
Deadhead.
All right, cool. I'm gonna try that.
But Pirates Grog is quite nice as well. They have 3 versions. There's a coffee version of it. I need to try that. I'm not really a rum aficionado. I'm more of a whiskey person, but I've started to move on over to rum because I think there's more. I don't know. It's just I feel like
I found a coffee brand on Amazon. It's called Fuck.
There's a coffee brand called I used to rely on at uni called Wake the Fuck Up. It was my
Yeah, you showed me that one. You showed me that.
I did, and I would love to get some more in the future.
You should try some of the pre-workouts I've tried. I do a lot of bodybuilding stuff. Some of the pre-workouts, they're like ridiculous amounts of caffeine in it. If you try to take that with Red Bull, not that I've tried it, but yeah, you'd be running around like a loony.
Yeah.
It's not just caffeine; it's got like all sorts of stuff in there. It's obviously designed to wake you up before like doing squats and stuff. So try that stuff in the morning. Wow.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Drink any coffee or anything while you're on it.
Yeah. The only time I've ever been incredibly like that kind of caffeine high was when some dumb kiosk guy gave me a large espresso. It was in what you'd ordinarily put a large coffee. It was just full of espresso for a 6-hour train journey.
When I was on a massive caffeine high, it was actually my 3rd year of college when I was more or less forced to do game design.
Right.
Because there was no time to do anything but work. So yeah, I was just working out all the time, no sleep, relied on energy drinks, coffee, everything. I was constantly on edge.
You get used to it after a while.
I spent about 2 days on a coffee high from that near half-liter of espresso. And when I finally came down, I was sat in the rain on the trampoline in the back garden, rocking backwards and forwards, feeling miserable as fuck.
Holy shit.
Actually, I think the first time I ever tried a monster, like a sugary monster, I avoided them for years. And I was going to a jiu-jitsu class that evening, and I thought, I'm feeling a bit tired. I'll try this out. And then, like you say, I was sitting there just literally awake, but not being able to think straight at all. It's a weird place to be.
I'm actually drinking a sugar-free version of that in the moment because I couldn't be bothered to go make a cup of coffee.
Blue, silver, red, or what's the other one? Yellow.
White, yellow,
Ultra.
orange.
Ultra. Which
Silver.
one? We're
The
connoisseurs.
white silver one. Yeah.
Silver one. Okay.
Yeah.
My other half is an addict.
Luckily,
It
I'm not
gets
an addict.
3 day easy.
I'm lucky. It's just there out of convenience. My sister bought it for me earlier.
As they go, they're good energy drinks. But
Mm.
they're good
I used to
like
rely on them.
Yeah. You know, energy drinks actually taste like shit. The only reason why teenagers drink it is because, yeah.
Oh, hang on. Monster Ripper or Monster Chaos, the really fruity tasting ones, are quite nice.
Okay, that I'll give them that. But a lot of teenagers, the reason why they drink energy drinks is actually for energy.
What's
'Cause-
that? I want to start using my new coffee grinder. You know, the one with the big wheel on it, because I'm old fashioned and like to grind my own beans.
Yeah. Yeah. I hit my arm.
You actually have a coffee machine to use it in.
I have a press.
Oh,
Yeah.
those, I know. Yeah, we had one of those for a while.
I would have a machine, but we don't have the space in the kitchen for one.
Is it one
So-
that the plunger one that looks a bit like a big syringe?
Yeah, I think it's called like a cafetiere, I believe the correct term is. And yeah, it's that.
Oh, you got a cafetiere. Well, we had one actually. It's like it looks like a giant, I don't know, turkey baster. You put a filter inside, and then
Really?
the Aeropress.
I want
I've
that.
never heard of that. I have to look that up.
Yeah, it's a single cup, but you kind of it's kind of weird how you fill it up, but you kind of put hot water and the coffee in with a filter. You stick the plunger in.
Oh, I see it. I'm looking at it now. Wow. I like that.
It can be a bit messy. You got to make sure you put the plunger on right.
Right. Yeah.
But
I'll
yeah,
stick with my press for now.
I've got to be honest. I think
That one is.
the cafetiere is actually a lot easier. But I think
Yeah.
use the so you can get coffee. Or was it cafetiere blend? It depends on the fineness of the coffee. How has been. I think you have to use. I can't remember which one around it is. I think you can use what you can't use in the cafetiere in those, because it's
Right.
basically it's a bit of paper for the filter, so you can use the more finely ground one. So
Yeah.
maybe get a better cup of coffee.
We were supposed to be
That's key, really, isn't it?
We're supposed to be stereotypes. We're supposed to be talking about tea, not coffee.
Oh, okay. If anyone's from Boston, I'd like my tea back. Too soon?
No, that's fine.
Give it back to me.
Yeah,
I do like tea, oddly enough, but I do have it. After having to replace my 11-year-old grinder with a more expensive one that looks awesome.
Yeah, I want that. I want it so
I
badly.
showed you a picture. Yeah, it has that cast iron lid on it and a big wheel, and I can turn it. It looks amazing. It's good. Really does a good job grinding beans.
Mm.
I took great joy making coffee with that. I have no life.
Oh, don't worry. You have more of a life than me.
Oh God. I think. Right. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to end like nowish because.
Coffee. I think
What made you that depressed?
No. I've just realised I've got to do something before I go to bed. So, yeah. Do you want to shill yourself, Miss Steam?
I'm Miss Steam. I have boobs. Subscribe to me. I'm